first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. Agtegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, Agtegra will link your farm to the future. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
As community bankers, Bankwest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bankwest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bankwest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The weather still might be cold, but it's never too early to think about how you want to spend those upcoming summer days. Oahe Federal Credit Union is running their recreational loan special that offers 90 days no payments and terms up to 15 years. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union get you ready for those sunny days ahead.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Safe to dig. Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
In the backcourt for Stanley County, the 5'9" freshman Paxton Deal, along with the 5'10" sophomore Blaze Frost and 6' sophomore Caden Montana, capable of hot scoring when he gets the opportunity. Brock Zave, the leading scorer on this team, the 6'3" junior on the front line, along with the 6'4" senior Nathaniel Nelson. But, of course, many others. Just about everyone usually gets a chance to play for the Stanley County Buffaloes of head coach Max Foth and assistant Damon Hoffteaser. Those are the Montana Dakota Utilities starting lineups. Now, time to tell you about the law on the court, and that is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. And we'll tell you about tonight's officials when we come back to Parkview in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
With all the snow and cold temperatures, it's that time of year when people want to plan a trip somewhere warm and sunny. Do your research and purchase from known companies. Your version of luxury accommodations and close to the beach can be completely different than their version. Know exactly what you're to get from your purchase and who to reach out to if issues arise. And make sure that you get everything in writing. If you should have issues with your travel package, call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 or visit their website, consumer.sd.gov, for more information.
And as before, the officials for this evening's game are Brandon Solik, Tyler Hahn, and Andrew Lepkowski. The Law on the Court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Stanley County in their home white uniforms, purple numerals and letters in gold trim, gold and purple piping. Royal blue road uniforms for Little Wound. They have navy blue numerals in white trim with white letters, Mustangs above the number on the back, Little above and Wound below the number on the front, as they try to get it turned around in these last 3 regular season games for them. Again, a slumping team lately. They had lost 6 in a row before beating St. Francis Indian at the end of January, and since then losses to White River and Lower Brule, where both of them, those excellent Class B programs, had 40-point wins. Across the river at the Rickside Gym, Pierre Governor girls are leading Mitchell with the second half just about to start, 30-21. Brian Oakland has that coverage on River 92.7. Remington Price with 11 in the first half, and she's moved into 4th in the Governor's all-time scoring list, and Reese Terwilliger with 7. Governor girls will be back here on KGFX on Tuesday night from the Rickside Gym for the final regular season home game against the Jefferson Cavaliers, who, of course, they beat in the regular season last year before losing to them on the road in the Sodak 16. But the Cavs have to come to Pierre this time. 6:30 Tuesday night here on River 92.7. But there'll be one more, almost certainly. There'll be one more home game after that in the Sodak 16. That'll be a first for Governor girls basketball. And that'll be 2 weeks from tonight, by the way, on Friday, March 3rd. And that'll be on River 92.7. And again, after that game against Jefferson at home on Tuesday night, then the Governors will go to Sioux Falls next Friday to round out the regular season against the Roosevelt Rough Riders, and we'll have that one for you here on KGFX at 6:30 next Friday night before we join the coverage of the individual state championships at the state wrestling tournament in Rapid City at the Summit Arena at the Monument. So it's Stanley County and Little Wound to meet for the first time in boys basketball. Girls, it was all Little Wound earlier, in case you're just joining us. 54-25, a Little Wound win where they led all the way. Sheena White had 18 to lead Little Wound. Miracle Brown Bowl with 11 points and 17 rebounds. Morgan Hoffman had 16 of the Buffalo's 25 points. So can Stanley County put it together? A better effort for them against a pretty good Mulbridge Public team up in Mulbridge on Tuesday, but still fell short, as the Buffs look for their first win since January 24th in Oneida. 3rd straight year they've beaten the Chargers, of course. But since then, losses to Crow Creek, Cheyenne Eagle Butte, Todd County, Chamberlain, Potter County, White River, and Mulbridge Pollock. And the Buffaloes are at number 6 in 6A. Cree is 5th. Mulbridge Pollock right now is 3rd, just ahead of Crow Creek. So that'll all get fleshed out next week. First round in boys 6A will be a week from Tuesday, February 28th. Again, we'll have the Buffaloes at Lyman here on KGFX around 7:25 on Monday, and then we'll have that first round game in boys 6A here on Tuesday, February 28th, featuring the Buffs here on KGFX. But we're ready to go in this one. Dean and LeBeau, Tristan Killsmall, Kenyon Luda catches enemy, Jeremiah Kills and Water, and Earl Richards for Little Wound. Caden Montana, Brock Zabe, Blaze Frost, Paxton Deal, and Nathaniel Nelson for Stanley County. And jumping center, Brock Zabe for SC against, well, it's Storm Shot with Arrow actually starting, and it is Shot with Arrow who wins the tip back to Dalen LeBeau. And we're underway in boys action. Bounce pass for a drive in the lane. That is off the rim. Rebound trying to pick it up, but not doing so as Paxton Deal ends up in a dual possession. And it ends up being Little Wound basketball. Deal never could really grab control of that rebound, or it's Stanley County basketball, I should say, as the arrow points to them, because Little Wound won the tip about a minute ago. It's too early for that to be happening to me. Deal on the left side. Left corner for Blaze Frost. Wants a three. Left it short. Loose on the floor, and Storm shot with arrow. Has the rebound for Little Wound. And holding it is Dylan LeBeau in the front court. Pass it on the right side for a three. Off the rim by Killsmall. It's Dakota Montana bringing the rebound in for a C. No score, a minute into the game. Save into the lane, makes a good drive. Past two defenders, he's fouled by one of them. Shot with arrow was there. Catches enemy was there. And it's going to be Storm shot with arrow with the game's first foul. So it's Brock Zabe, the Buffs' leading scorer, to the foul line. First of two for him. Good. And Stanley County has the first point of the game. Zabe misses too long on this one. And the rebound by Shot with arrow. So he started instead of Kills in water for Little Wound. 6:40 in the first quarter. It's backed out by Dylan LeBeau. 1-0 Stanley County. Hands it off. Putting his shoulder down is a drive. It is a Killsmall missing. Nathaniel Nelson rebounds for a C. Montana hands it to Zabe, top of the key. Right wing, it is Dakota Montana. Makes a drive pass. Too hard and too far for Nelson. Out of bounds for Stanley County's first turnover of this game. So it'll belong to Little Wound, who looks for their first point still. LeBeau. Left wing the pass to Earl Richards. A turnaround fadeaway, missing everything by Shot with arrow. The follow by LeBeau, but he missed that. And Montana with the rebound. Three rebounds already for Shot with arrow. Lost by Paxton Deal, but he picked it back up. Left wing Montana. His drive draws a foul on Storm Shot with arrow. That's two on him quickly. So he has a couple of rebounds. 3, in fact, but he also has a couple of fouls. And 2 shots here for Caden Montana at the line with 5:41 left in the first quarter. The first for the sophomore is good. Here comes Landon Braveheart, a 6'3 senior, into the Little Wound lineup. He replaces Shot with arrow with those 2 fouls. And Q Bourne, the 6'2 freshman, comes in for Stanley County, replacing Nathaniel Nelson. 2-0 Stanley County. One more for Montana. This one is short. Zabe trying to grab the rebound. They're going to call dual possession with the ball high in the air. It doesn't usually happen that way, but it did there. And Little Wound with the arrow. So give them the team rebound, and they have the basketball back. Still looking for the first field goal of this game. About 2.5 minutes in. Stanley County leads 2-0. Both points at the line. LeBeau. Guarded on the right side by Deal. Out front for Tristan Killsmall. 15 on the shot clock as Killsmall drives into the lane. Counted with a foul from 7 feet. Killsmall ties the game for Little Wound. And drew the foul from Q Bourne. The first foul on Stanley County. Killsmall will try to complete the three-point play after Noah Baldwin comes into the game for Stanley County, the 6'1 sophomore, and right back out is Q Bourne after having been in just the short time and committing the foul. So Killsmall will try to put Little Wound in front. It is good. 3-2 Little Wound at 5:18 in the first quarter. Montana with LeBeau watching him. Pass down low for a Deal. Drive, good, shielded. The defender, Braveheart, with his body, and Paxton made a nice move. And Stanley County takes the lead back at 4-3, 3 minutes into the game. LeBeau. Left side, it comes to Killsmall. Entry pass knocked down by Montana and intercepted. Noah Baldwin with the steal. First turnover on Little Wound. Save. Right wing for Deal. Spots up for a three. That's good. Paxton Deal, and that's 5 in a row for Stanley County by Deal. And SC leads 7-3 at 4:30 in the first quarter. LeBeau on the left wing for Richards. Trying to make a steal. Montana couldn't. Richards into the lane instead. Fade away. One-hander. Nice shot from 9 feet. He's good. Earl Richards' first two. 7-5. Stanley County on top of Little Wound. 4:15 in the first quarter. Save. Driving on Richards. Now top of the right wing. Montana into the lane. Makes the drive. Knocked a player over. Or are they going to call the foul on Little Wound? They will. It was Landon Braveheart who hit the floor. But the foul is called on him instead. His first and the third team foul. Brendan Bothwell, the 5'6" freshman, enters the Stanley County lineup to replace Blaze Frost. 4:08 in the first quarter. Stanley County with a 7-5 lead over Little Wound. They're at the bucket to our right. Bauman Lumber, our player of the game, and our family dental appear in Gettysburg postgame. Zabe up top again for Paxton Deal. Up wing Montana, guarded by Richards. Entry pass came to Baldwin, and reaching around to foul him is Landon Braveheart, and that's 2 on him. So they've used 4 fouls from their post players already. Noah Ball went out. Nathaniel Nelson back in for SC. 3:58 in the first quarter. 7-5 Stanley County. The inbound again left baseline. The puck to your right. Watch it at the KGFX page, brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Dump down to Zay from Montana. Triple teamed. He's fouled. Well, SC pretty effectively early on working the ball inside. They've already drawn 5 fouls on Little Wound. This one is the first on Kenya Lutekech's enemy. And Zabe, who split a couple of free throws a moment ago, is right back there. We'll take a little bit of a pause after he tries the first one, which is good.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. 1060 KTFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on K276GT. 103.1 FM for Pierre. Plus driving is drunk driving.
8-5 Stanley County with 3:53 left in the first quarter. One more for Brock. It's short. It's on the floor and picked up with some hustle by Brendan Bothwell. Driving is Deal. He is fouled. Brendan Bothwell's hustle leading to that opportunity. And another Little Wound foul. They've already committed 6 in this first quarter, and it's another on Kenya Lutekech's enemy, and that is 2 on him. They have 3 players now with 2 fouls. 2 shots for Paxton Deal. He hit the first. 9-5 SC. And high school basketball on KGFX is brought to you by Avera St. Mary's Hospital, First Dakota National Bank, and Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre. So out is Ketch's enemy, and in is Landon Braveheart, but he has 2 fouls too. One more for Paxton Deal on the way, on the board. 7 already for Paxton. 10-5 Stanley County. 3:45 first quarter. Kill Small. Into the left wing front court for LeBeau. Now it is a 3 on the left side that's knocked down by Landon Braveheart. To bring Little Wound back within 2 at 10-8. Stanley County on top. 3:27 in the first. Montana handing it to Zabe. Left wing. Drop step into the lane from 12 off the back rim. Nelson trying to bring the rebound in. Can't do it. It's Kill Small instead for Little Wound. Now a drive to the hole on the left side, and laying it in nicely is Kill Small. And we're tied at 10. 5 straight points for Little Wound. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Deal on the right side for Montana. Tried for a 3, but in the middle of all that, head coach Max Foth went down to the other end of the floor to call an Agtegra timeout. It's 30. We'll take that. 2:56 in the first. He looked like a football. Oh, he is a football coach. 10-all. We're back at 30 here on KGFX.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Sports here bringing you the opening tip off the inbound pass to Zabe for a layup. Good feed from Bothwell, and Brock hit it. He has 4, 12-10 Stanley County at 2:48 in the first. Zabe intercepts a pass, and then he's fouled. Or did he commit the foul? Yeah, he committed the foul as he tried to intercept. Passer is just out of bounds. Holding him to out of bounds. Or I guess it did. Zabe didn't have the turnover. 2:37 in the first quarter. Kills small. Now shielded from our view by a guy wearing a 10-gallon hat. Tatanka catches enemy as he's just in with a shot missing, and Zabe the rebound. Guy with a Walt Garrison kind of hat down there. Montana on left wing. Stops right of the circle. Lob inside for Q. Bourne. Drives, but the layup is short. LeBeau the rebound. Little Wound letting the long pass down floor. Knocked out of bounds by Stanley County. SC 3 of 6 shooting. Little Wound 4 of 10. 2:06 in the first quarter. 12-10. Stanley County on top. We've had a couple of lead changes and a tie in this first quarter. Stanley County did lead by 5 at one point. Save it to Montana. Caden on the left wing. Richards there to guard him, trying to strip the ball away. His kill small. Can't quite do it, but he did force Montana into a backcourt violation. Kill small bothered that play and completely disrupted it as it turned out. Stanley County's second turnover. 1:58 in the first. 12-10 Stanley County. Little Wound's ball. Dealin LeBeau up top, guarded by Paxton Deal. Left-hand dribble it off his foot and out of bounds. Second Little Wound turnover. Now Blaze Frost back in for SC. And here is Jeremiah Kills in water, the 5'9" sophomore in. And he nearly made a steal. Instead, he'd been in the game 2 seconds and he just committed a foul. Kills in water did. His first. And that's 17 foul already on Little Wound. Stanley County is in the bonus before the first quarter ends. Wow. Montana with the first of the 1-and-1s. He has a point at the line. Caden with 2 dribbles. Knee bend. It's on the way. It's good. 13-10 Stanley County. Brendan Bothwell back in. Brock Zabe will have his first rest with 1:44 left in the first quarter. High school basketball on KGFX brought to you by Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Pierre Regional Airport Access Health Fort Pierre, and Venture Communications. Another free throw for Caden, Montana, to make it a 4-point SC lead. He's good. 14-10 Stanley County over Little Wound at 1:43 in the first. Pressure by the Buffs. Kill small. Deflected by Deal, but still able to make it to Richards. Front court. Off balance shot is missing. Montana the rebound, but Richards stole it away. And then scoring inside is Kill small. 7 for him. 14-12 Stanley County at 1:20 in the first quarter. Deal, left wing. Oh, nice little dump to Bourne, but the shot missed, and Tatanka catches enemy with the rebound. Great little pocket pass by Montana. Left wing Kill small for Little Wound. Lost the handle, gained it back, drove, but it rolled off the rim on him, and Q. Bourne has the rebound for Stanley County. 53 seconds in the first, and goodness, Montana is held by Jeremiah Kills in water, and that's 2 on him. And that's 8 team fouls on Little Wound, and we're not out of the first quarter. Dylan Ferguson, a 5'10" freshman, comes in for the Mustangs. Brock Zabe is back into the Stanley County lineup. Montana's at the line. Stanley County already has 10 free throw attempts in this game. There's 7 of 10, and there's still 52.8 left in the first quarter. Front end of the 1-and-1, Montana knocked it down. 15-12 Stanley County. Nathaniel Nelson back in for the Buffs, replacing Q. Bourne. Hope you brought your dinner. We might be here a bit. overplaying by Little Wound has led to 8 first-quarter fouls. One more for Montana, and it rolls in. 16-12 Stanley County, 52.8 first quarter. Jeremiah Kills in water. Now running the point. Back near the timeline. 43 seconds. Right-hand dribble. Lobbed it to Tristan Killsmall, and he's fouled as he drove down the right lane line. Just the second Stanley County foul, the first on Bronx Abe. No free throws. Cash Richardson, the 5'8 freshman, comes in, and Zabe will go right back to the bench for the last 37.6 of this first quarter. Kills in water, inside on the baseline, and he is held by Paxton Deal of Stanley County, the first on the freshman, the third team foul. He's out, and Brendan Bothwell is in. 35.3 in the first quarter. Little Wound inbounds. The shot clock is still on. Bounce in the left corner. A 3 by Killsmall. Whistle as the ball's in the air. Another Stanley County foul. Do we have a 3-shot foul here? The officials are talking this over. With 32.8 left in the first quarter. Well, what do we have? Killsmall had let the 3 go. The foul is called on Nathaniel Nelson. And they're counting it. They're saying it's goaltending. Nearly making a steal, but instead in for a layup is Ketch's enemy. And just like that, Little Wound's back in the lead. 17-16, 19 seconds left in the first. Bothwell crashed into yet another Little Wound foul with 15.6 left in the first quarter. I don't quite believe this. It's the third on Landon Braveheart. That is the 19th foul on Little Wound. I mean, there's overplaying, and then there's this. Noah Paulwin is in for Nathaniel Nelson. I've never seen a team go into the double bonus in the first quarter. It still could happen. Brendan Bothwell with the last 1-1 of the half with 15.6 left in the first quarter. This is remarkable. So was that play a moment ago, but the shot was goaltended on the 3. The foul was after that. The free throw misses. The rebound is by Ketch's enemy. 11 seconds. Little Wounds in the front court. Baseline, ball knocked away, but it's picked up by Kills in water. Right wing for a 3 with 4 seconds. That is short. Montana, the rebound, another foul. I don't believe it. And a technical foul. I mean, I just don't believe this. It is the 4th on Braveheart. Why was he still on the floor? And then he picked up a technical. So with 1.6 in the first quarter, Caden Montana is going to have 4 free throws and try to put Stanley County back in front going into the second quarter. I have never seen anything like this in high school basketball. All of these fouls in one quarter. The first of 4 by Montana is good, and it's tied at 17. The second of 4, 2 for the double bonus, 2 for the technical. It's good. In fact, the technical fouls Landon Braveheart out of the game. There's something else I've never seen before, a player foul out in the first quarter. Whew. You think you've seen it all? I guess not. 2 more for Montana, the third of the 4. He hit it. 1.6. Bronx Zabe wants to come back in. They'll have to wait until after this one. Montana with 8 all at the line. He's going to try to go 4 for 4 here. The 4th of the 4. Yes, sir. 20-17 Stanley County. 13 of the points at the line, and the Buffs have the ball with 1.6. Yes, Brandon Braveheart has fouled out in the first quarter. The technical foul was his 5th. Frost. La pass near the baseline to Zabe. Turns around at the buzzer, but it's off the back rim. And Stanley County, and I think the most unusual quarter of high school basketball I've ever seen, leads Little Wound at the end of one, 20-17 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Blizzard sale 1 week from tomorrow, don't forget. The second quarter in 1 minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Fort Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Buffaloes!
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports physicals. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care. An offensive foul by Paxton Deal, then a jumper by Tristan Killsmall for Littlewood, 20-19. Down low, it is to Nelson, but the shot misses. Montana gained the rebound, fed it back to Nelson. He hit that one. First two for Nathaniel. It's 22-19, Stanley County. I'm still trying to get over that first quarter. Here is a three that's on the way by Kills in Water, misses, but a long rebound is to Killsmall. And a baseline jumper. This one is missing, and the rebound's knocked out of bounds by Stanley County. We saw a player foul out in the first quarter. We saw 17 free throws by one team in the first quarter. It happens in the fourth quarter sometimes, but never in the first quarter. At least never that I'd seen. Brendan Bothwell's in for Paxton Deal. And I'd never seen a player foul out in the first quarter before, as Landon Braveheart did for Little Wound. But they're only down three, and now a whistle as Killsmall dribbled. And he turned it over. He traveled. That's just the third turnover. As Kenyon Luta catches enemy, comes out. Storm shot with arrow at a couple of fouls early, is back in. There have been 11 fouls called on 12, I should say, on Little Wound. It's in the Bothwell in the front court. Left wing Zabe. Wants a three. Left wing misses. Storm shot with arrow with a rebound. And Little Wound down a three through all of this. Here is a drive. Drop step in the lane. Killsmall couldn't quite hit the layup. But he's fouled. I'm telling you, folks, we're going to be here a while. Second foul on Brock Zabe of Stanley County. The second of their six. Zabe deflected the inbound, and then stepping out of bounds is Killsmall. So Little Wound turns it over. Zabe's to the bench as Blaze Frost is back in out there with Brendan Bothwell, Caden Montana, Cash Richardson, and Nathaniel Nilsson for Stanley County, who leaves 22-19, 6:28 in the first half. Behind the Mac dribble, Montana nearly fell. How'd he keep the dribble? Max Folt, seeing the trouble, calls a full Agtegra timeout. This is a little nutty. 6:24 left in the first half. We'll take a minute. Stanley County 22, Little Wound 19. Back in 1 minute on KGFX.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Stanley County will inbound with 24 left in the first half, and a strange start to this one. SC leads 22-19. Montana drives all the way down and lost the ball off his leg. It's out of bounds. Went through three defenders and then had nowhere to go. Fifth Stanley County turnover. Little Wound with 6:16 in the half, down 3, has Jeremiah Kilsenwater, brings it across the timeline. Out there with Sataka, catches enemy. Also Tristan kills small. Here's a shot in the lane by catches enemy that misses. Montana rebounds, long down floor for Bothwell. Wild shot is off the rim. Dylan Ferguson, who has entered the game for Little Wound, has the rebound. To Tristan kills small on the right side. Storm shot with arrow is the other Little Wound Mustang on the floor. Here's a 3 on the left side. Swish for Jeremiah. Kills in water. His second. And this is a tie game again at 22. The third tie. Foul immediately off the inbound is another one on Little Wound. On Jeremiah. Kills in water. And I believe that is number 3 on him. It is. It's the 13th foul that has been called in this first half on the Little Wound Mustangs. And Jeremiah is still talking to the official about it. And still is, you better stop that. There's already been one technical foul in this game. Montana, this is a double bonus with 5:31 left in the half. It was a double bonus in the first quarter. He's good. 23-22 Stanley County. Paxton Deal, Bronx-Zabe back in. Richardson and Frost are out. Dylan LeBeau's back in for Little Wound to replace Kilsenwater. No doubt to have Jay Jacobs calm him down a little bit. One more for Montana, who's making a living at the line. It is no good. And trying to run the rebound down is shot with arrow. Did he touch that or not? The officials are going to talk about this. It's out of bounds. Who has the ball? Little Wound player saying, hey, it's ours. The officials say, or will at some point, whose ball it is. It is. And they say it was touched by Stanley County, and things need to settle down for the sake of this game, especially on Little Wound's side, but probably by everybody. And the officials, it's time for them to take a little more control. LeBeau to Ferguson, and it's stolen away. Great play. Brendan Bothwell drives, layup, good. Bothwell with the thievery ends in a layup. His first two, and it's 25-22 Stanley County. 5:09 in the first half. Kills small in the right corner. Starts his drive, fell down, lost the ball. Cada Montana, Stanley County, down floor. He lost the ball. Is able to pick it back up somehow and score. That ball was right down on the floor. That's 12 points for Caden, but it's his first field goal. And Stanley County matches their longest lead at 5. 27-22, 4:45 in the first half. In an interesting and unusual game at Parkview. Kills small with the left wing. 3 is good. 12 for Killsmall, the fourth made 3 for Little Wound. Stanley County's lead at 2, 27-25. Deal against the pressure to Q Bohr, who nearly traveled, then he did. He got away with it maybe the first time, but then took that big step into the lane while not dribbling the ball. He did travel. Earl Richards back in to replace Dylan Ferguson for Little Wound. 4:22 in the first half. Stanley County leads Little Wound 27-25. Dealing the ball back in to run the point. Bothwell getting some extended minutes there to meet him. They're trying to set a screen. Now a drive to Richards' right lane line. Offensive foul. He put in the bucket, but it won't count. And it's another Little Wound foul in the first on Richards. Their 7th turnover and the 14th foul that has been called in the first half on the Mustangs, and there's still 4:11 left. Bothwell into Montana. Back to Brendan Bothwell, crossing the timeline now. To deal with a drive to the left baseline. Left it short. Save, stole the rebound, and put it in. From behind, Brock Zabe. Little Wound. Went down there, was shot with arrow. He just didn't see Zabe coming from behind. 29-25 SC, 3:45 in the half. Richards, good lob. Shot with arrow, couldn't hang on to it, though. And Montana intercepted it. 8 turnover on Little Wound. Born out front to Montana. SC by 4. 3:30 in the half. Left wing Zabe. Took a walk. Tried to fake his way past shot with arrow, but instead commits the 7th Stanley County turnover. 3:28 in the half. Little Wound, the winner in the girls' game earlier, 54-25. SC ends the regular season and girls play at 6-14. It appears they will play Dupree on Tuesday. Most likely that'll be in Mobridge. Handoff to Richards from LeBeau. Lob into the lane for shot with arrow. Great pass, and Storm is fouled. He'll have 2 free throws. Second foul on Q Bourne, 17th foul on Stanley County. Shot with arrow at the line. This is only the 2nd free throw of the game for Little Wound. Meanwhile, Stanley County's 14 of 19. The first, he's good. 29-26 for SC, Nathaniel Nelson. And making his first appearance in this game, Weston Prince, the 5'9 freshman for Stanley County. 29-26 is the Buffalo lead, 3:15 in the first half. Shot with arrow with the second. This one crawls around the rim, didn't stay down. Rebound tip into Caden Montana. Right wing deal and into the front court. 3:05 in the half. Watch this game at the KGFX page, brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Montana, left wing, Prince, back out to deal. That's a 3 that misses long. Passing gain his own rebound to Zabe down low. Foul and scored! (31-26) Stanley County deal with great hustle on the offensive rebound. Drew the first foul, and Tatanka catches enemy. Zabe is up to 8. Montana leads SC with 12. The 15th foul on Little Wound. The 3-point play is successful, and Zabe hit it. 32-26. SC's longest lead is 6. 2:50 in the first half. We won't forget soon. Kills Small into the front court for Little Wound. Between his legs dribble. Isn't this something in the first meeting between these schools in basketball? Then 14-footer is good. And Killsmall has a 14-point half. 32-28 Stanley County. Pass stolen. Earl Richards. Left wing 3 for LeBeau is good. Galen LeBeau makes it a 1-point game. 32-31 Stanley County. And then Little Wound knocks the inbounds pass out of bounds. A 6-point lead, just the blink of an eye ago. Stanley County facing some pressure. Prince finds Montana. They are into the front court, but Montana had a pass knocked away and out of bounds. 2:14 left in the half. Blaze Frost is back in to replace Weston Prince for SC. Brock Zabe, Caden Montana, Paxton Deal, and Nathaniel Nelson, the other buffs on the floor. Montana right in front of the Little Wound bench, guarded by Tatanka, catches enemy to Zabe, back to Montana, into the lane, makes a drive, right block, left it short. Zabe, another offensive board, fouled. Goodness me. Well, Stanley County, now offensive rebounding is leading to some of these fouls, and that's the 3rd on Storm shot with arrow. And Brock Zabe with 2 more at the line. Stanley County already is 15 of 20 at the line. The first one short. And it's what's keeping them ahead in this game. They're not shooting badly. They're 8 of 17. Little Wound is shooting well, 12 of 23. Oh, all these fouls. That's 16 on Little Wound now. The second one by Zabe. That also missed, but another offensive rebound. This one is by Blaze Frost. Left wing Zabe into the lane. Drop step and a drive. And left it short. A lot of contact. They let it go that time. Kill Small the rebound. Long down floor for a layup try that's no good by Catch's enemy. But he is fouled with 1:54 left in the half, and that's the third on Deal. An important player for the Buffs now has 3. And Brendan Bothwell will come in for him after the first free throw by Tatanka Catch's enemy. We've had 24 fouls called in this half. First free throw misses by Catch's enemy. Here comes Bothwell for Deal. 32-31, Stanley County. Little Wound trying to tie it for the 4th time. With Catch's enemy at the line for his second. It is no good, and Zabe rebounds. Montana in some trouble, double team, knocked it away, gains it back, warded off a defender. They didn't call it. Little Wound wanted the foul call. Zabe with 1:39, handed to Montana. 32-31 SC, the lead in the ball. Montana dishes it left wing to Bothwell. To Zabe, left wing, a 3. Somebody got a hand on that. And then holding on to the rebound is Shot with Arrow. 1:25 in the half. Little Wound looks to regain the lead. Right corner, able to maintain this dribble is Kill Small. Chased by Montana to the left baseline. Falls away from Zabe and hits a 17-footer. Nicely done. Kill Small with 16. Little Wound's back in front. 33-32. They scored the last 7. 1:03 in the half. Frost left wing. Double team in big trouble. Pass to Montana. Knocked away, and then he is knocked over. But there's a Stanley County player hurt. No, he's not hurt. He's just, well, no, he is hurt. It's Frost. I think he banged his head. And what do we have in here? Do we have a foul? I don't know what we have here. We have Kristen Killsmall going to the line with nobody on there. Someone's gotten a technical foul. I know I can't tell you who it is, but I can tell you that Killsmall just hit the first free throw, and it's 34-32 for Little Wound. It might have been Max Foth. The second one's good for Killsmall, an 18-point half. And Cash Richardson is back in for Brock Zabe. They didn't put a number on the board, so it's got to be Max Foth wearing his purple shirt that got the technical foul, and now Little Wound has the ball back. And with 9 in a row, they have a 35-32 lead, their longest lead of the game. 47 seconds in the first half. And through all these fouls, they're leading. Right corner, Richards, 4 of 3, that's long. And rebounded by Montana with 34 seconds to play in about the most unusual first half you'll ever see in a high school basketball game. Montana, both teams are really going to have to settle down at the halftime break. 21 seconds, shot clock and game clock about the same. Screen by Nelson, blocked! Nelson tried a 3, it was blocked by Shot with Arrow and comes into the backcourt for Killsmall with the rebound. Great block. Baseline drive with 4 seconds. Rolls in for Killsmall, who ends a 20-point half. And with 11-0 run at the end of the half, Little Wound now has a 5-point lead. And again, as we've seen so often, these stretches where Stanley County goes into a slump, it's hurt them in so many games this year. They had a 6-point lead. Now at the half, it's Little Wound by 5 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Parkview. Little Wound 37, Stanley County 32. Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer. We're 8 days away from the Blizzard sale. Our halftime is next. We'll tell you about the scoring from this amazingly unusual half and more. Back in 3 minutes. This is high school basketball on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision, but C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong, because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth-generation family-owned and operated.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of T.F. Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Acres Ahead is back with Agtegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local Agtegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Calling all high school seniors. Not sure what your next step is? Consider Dakota Wesleyan University's Learn and Earn program located in Pierre. Current students in the Learn and Earn program are thriving. That's because the Learn and Earn program is different. Take classes on a flexible schedule at the Capital City campus and intern with a Pierre area business for a paid work experience. Scholarships are available. Visit dwu.edu/Learn and Earn today.
An 11-0 run for Little Wound to end about as strange a half of basketball as you'll ever see. Despite committing 16 fouls, despite having a player foul out in the first quarter, Little Wound with a big run, and they have the lead over Stanley County at the half, 37-32. I'm David Pearl. Our studio coordinator is Haley Hansen. I don't know how to describe that first half. Let's just tell you the scoring. 20 points in the first half for Tristan Killsmall to lead Little Wound. Jeremiah Killswater had 6. He had 2 threes. Dalen LeBeau, 3. He had a 3. Landon Braveheart had a 3 before he fouled out in the first quarter. A technical foul was his 5th foul. Tatanka catches enemy with 2. Earl Richards had 2. Storm shot with arrow with 1, with also 5 rebounds. Caden Montana had 12 in the first half, and 10 of those were at the line. He was 10 out of 12 at the foul line. Brock Zave had 9. Paxton Deal 7, Brendan Bothwell with 2, Nathaniel Nelson with 2. Little Wound shot 54% in the first half on 14 of 26, 5 of 9 on 3. Stanley County 40%. They missed a lot of chances down low. 8 of 20, 1 of 5 on 3s. Little Wound 4 of 7 at the line. Stanley County 15 of 22. They were 13 of 17 in the first quarter. Rebounding advantage to Little Wound, or to Stanley County, 18-15. 8 turnovers on Stanley County, 8 on Little Wound. Stanley County is led by 5 or by 6, I should say. But that was before an 11-0 run at the end of the first half for Little Wound, and the Mustangs in the first ever meeting between these teams in boys basketball have a 37-32 lead at the half. Little Wound has survived all the fouls. They lose one of their post players in the first quarter, and yet they have the lead at the half. Across the river, another great night for the Pierre Governor girls. And they were given a little bit of a tussle by the Mitchell Colonels, but they pulled away in the fourth quarter and won in 64-48, and won a night for Remington Price, 25 for the senior. Reese Terwilliger with 13. Remy moving into fourth in the Governor's all-time scoring list. Again, they're back here on KGFX hosting Sioux Falls Jefferson in the final regular season home game on Tuesday. We'll have that for you at 6:30. And again, there will be another home game. There's no doubt about it now for the Governor girls. They will host a SODAC 16 game 2 weeks from tonight. Let's look at some boys scores around 6A as we have the opportunity before this second half begins. Again, very close to the end of the regular season. It is the end for the girls today, but among 6A teams, Mobridge Pollock is trailing at winner at the half by a score of 30-19. That game being played in winner. Crow Creek is playing at St. Francis Indian tonight. Girls action earlier here at Parkview. It was Little Wound leading all the way and running over Stanley County 54-25 as the Buffs ended 6-14. They end their regular season with 4 straight losses. Dupree did win tonight. And again, it's looking like it will be Stanley County and Dupree in Mobridge on Tuesday in the first round of the 6A playoffs. Now, what about that top seed? Well, Mobridge Pollock was number 1. They fell to winner 66-45. Miller is leading at Faulkton area with 3 minutes to play, 54-24. So it looks like Miller will be that top seed. We're told that there will be double headers of 6A play in Miller and Mobridge on Tuesday night. So it appears the Buffs will head to Mobridge. Again, if they can win that game on Tuesday, we'd have their second round game on KGFX on Thursday. We'll definitely have the last regular season game for the Buffalo Boys in Presho against the Lyman Raiders on Monday evening here on KGFX. And that'll be at around 7:25. And we also definitely have boys regional wrestling tomorrow. Reports all through the day with Brian Oakland here on KGFX, 3 hours starting in the 10 o'clock hour. He'll be where the Pierre Governors and Chamberlain Cups will be at the 3A regional tournament in Mission at Todd County High School. But he'll report on what Stanley County's doing and other area schools in the 4B tournament and Lee Deadwood and everybody else in the listing area too. Again, 3 reports an hour start at 10 a.m. tomorrow here on KGFX. And reports from state wrestling begin Thursday with Brian from the Summit Arena at the Monument in Rapid City in the 11 o'clock hour. Teams back on the floor to warm up. It'll take something to equal the unusual quality of that first half. But what a way it ended for Little Wound with an 11-0 run to turn a 6-point deficit into a 5-point lead. 37-32, Little Wound on top. But frustration by Stanley County, and I believe it was head coach Max Foth who got that technical foul late in the first half. That was part of the run. But maybe that was the mission of the officials, too, to get a little control game back in this game. There were 24 fouls called in the first half. 16 of them were on Little Wound, 8 on Stanley County. Counting the player technical on Braveheart in that total. Landon Braveheart, who in something I've never even heard of before, fouled out in the first quarter. So here we go. What will the second half bring? Well, it'll bring Little Wound with the ball first because the arrow points to them. And they bring out their starting 5 of Dylan LeBeau, Kristen Killsmall, Kenyon Luther Enemy Storm Shot with arrow on Earl Richards. Stanley County with their starting 5 of Brox A. Blaze Frost, Paxton Deal, Nathaniel Nelson, and Caden, Montana. Second half throw-in brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Martin Fort Pier. LeBeau into kill small. Little wound in blue at the basket to your right as you watch it to the KGFX page. Brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Catches enemy, sets a screen. Fade away on the baseline is missing here by shot with arrow. Battle for the board. Loose comes to Paxton Deal for Stanley County. Little wound with the last 11 has a 5-point lead. Zabe with a baseline drive. Oh, it rolled off. Nelson, the offensive board. It didn't fall either. Shot with arrow rebounds. Chances down close for Stanley County, but they missed both. LeBeau in the left wing for Little Wound. Earl Richards. And it for Killsmall. What a first half he had it. He starts the second half with a made three. 23 for Tristan Killsmall. It's 14 in a row for Little Wound. They lead 40-32. Block at the other end. Shot with arrow. Blocked the drive by Paxton Deal. Are they going to call a foul here? Yes, they will. Shaw with arrow thought he had the clean block. Instead, he has his fourth foul. And Caden Montana's at the line. And there's been another technical foul called, the third of the game. And I think this one's on Jay Jacobs. Montana, his 13th free throw, makes his 11th. He has 4 shots here. For Stanley County, well, anyway, 40-33. That breaks the 14-0 run. Little Wound by 7. The officials have had enough of this. They've had enough of this back talk. Second free throw is good. Montana had 2 at the line. Only 2 free throws here. Why isn't Deal having free throws? That was in the act of shooting. I guess it wasn't. Anyway, Montana won. That sure looked like the act of shooting to me. It's into Montana. We're a minute into the third quarter. The craziness continues. Out front to Deal. Right wing Montana. Nearly dropped it. That's a walk. Yeah, he got the ball stuck on his hand and his hip. And he commits the 9th Stanley County turnover. 6:55 in the third. It's Little Wound 40, Stanley County 34. Handed back to Earl Richards. Screen set by Catches Enemy. Tatanka Catches Enemy, who's back in. He sets another screen for LeBeau. 17 on the shot clock. They weave it to Richards, left side. Up front court, Tatanka Catches Enemy. Drive, he's fouled. Look, the game's being called the way the game's being called. Contact, in most instances, is being called. And the players just must adjust. Plays Frost, first foul. First team foul of the second half. First of 2 free throws rolls off the rim by Catches Enemy. He's now 0 for 3 at the line. Little Wound is 4 of 8, but they're up 6, 40-34 with 6:31 in the third high school basketball on KGFX. Brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates, Insurance and Real Estate, and Oahe Federal Credit Union. Second one's good for Catches Enemy. 41-34, Little Wound by 7, 6:27 in the third. Montana front court, basket to your left. Left wing, Zabe. Swing it up top between the rings. Deal nearly walked. Zabe, kick it out right wing, Frost. Fake to 3, made a man miss. Drove to the baseline. Rolled, missed. Zabe offensive board. Rolls off. Catches Enemy the rebound. A great chance for Zabe to follow. But again, for about the 4th time, it rolled off the rim for him. And Little Wound keeps the 7-point lead. LeBeau standing in the offensive half of the center circle. Guarded by Deal. Tries to drive. Deal tried to knock it away. But he is caught for a hack. That is 4. Says Stanley County. That's 4 in Paxton Deal, and he comes out. So does Nathaniel Nelson, and Cuborn and Brendan Bothwell come in. And Max Foth doing a little coaching with Deal, saying, Paxton, you're just not going to get away with that. Inbounded to LeBeau. Little Wound up 7. 5:47 in the third. Handed to Earl Richards. He walked. And Stanley County in the backcourt will inbound with Zabe. The Buffs trying to stop a 7-game losing streak. One more regular season game here on KGFX at Lyman. Monday night around 7:25 for you. Montana on the left side. Pass it to Zabe between the rings, right angle. Right corner, Frost. Drop the ball. Down the floor for a layup that's good by Richards. Catches enemy, brought it down floor to him. 4 points for Richards. Little Wound now by 9. 43-34, 5-12 in the third. Lob to Q Bourne in the front court. Now the longest Little Wound lead. Drop step by Montana. Left wing of Frost. 3. Missed everything. Rebound by Little Wound. Long down floor for a layup. Another one for Richards after LeBeau had the board. And now it's Little Wound by 11, and it's starting to fall apart again for Stanley County. And head coach Max Foth wants an Agtegra timeout. With 4:47 left in the third, he wants a full timeout. We'll take a minute. Little Wound leads Stanley County 45-34. Back in 1 minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
You know that feeling? The feeling.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life, with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Late in the first half, the runners now 19-2 for Little Wound. Inbound to Montana. Knocked away. Goodness gracious. Well, this Little Wound team's quick. Well, all the other things they do well. Kill Small made the steal. Straight away for a 3. Only missed one, and then it hit the support structure, and it's out of bounds. It's news when he's missed tonight. He has 23. And Stanley County full court against some pressure. Bothwell has to deal with it. Paxton deals on the bench with 4 fouls. That's why Bothwell's in, and now he loses the handle, throws it away. Richards down floor for a layup. That's good by Tatanka, catches enemy. And it's now a 13-point Little Wound lead. 47-34, 4:15 in the third. Bourne with a baseline reverse, but it missed. And the rebound this time by Kenyon. Luta catches enemy. And it's going from bad to worse for Stanley County, who has only 2 points midway through this third quarter, and both at the line. Kilsmo is having quite a game. Out front to LeBeau again. 3:45 in the third. A screen. Now down low. It's Kilsmo. Drives. Layup. Yep, he hit it. Great feed from LeBeau. 25 for Kilsmo. It's a 49-34 Little Wound lead, and it is a 23-2 run for the Mustangs. Handed to Montana, 3:25 left in the third, and what's becoming a long night now for Stanley County. Found so good from Zabe to Bourne down low, kind of with a foul. Great bounce pass from Zabe, and Q Bourne held the defender off and put in the layup for his first 2, and threw the 4th foul on catches enemy. Kenyon Luta catches enemy. And Bourne will have one at the line after a substitution is made. Catches enemy, comes out after committing that 4th foul. First 2 of the night there on the layup for Bourne. Tries to complete the 3-point play. He's good. Stanley County's been good at the line, 18 of 25. But they're still down 12. 49-37 to Little Wound. 3:12 left in the third quarter. 3 Banker on the left side from Kilsenwater, who just came back in, misses. Rebound, Dio, who's back in there with his 4 fouls, but not much of a choice now for Stanley County. They're down 12. Left corner, Wyatt Mortensen with a drive to the baseline, and he is knocked over by Dalen LeBeau, who commits his first. Team foul number 3 on Little Wound in this second half. And now Wyatt Mortensen with a couple of free throws. First of those is good. High school basketball on KGFX is brought to you by Ferding Electric and Edgewood Healthcare. Dylan Ferguson back in, replacing Earl Richards for Little Wound. 49-38. Stanley County's cut it down to an 11-point deficit to Little Wound. 2:50 in the third. One more for Wyatt Mortensen. They're both good. 49-39 for Little Wound. Kilsenwater front court. Into the right corner for Ferguson. To Kilsenwater. Dalen LeBeau. Tonka catches enemy, and Kristen Killsmall, the others on the floor. Shot missing. Cuborn the rebound. Stanley County trying to cut into this lead. They can get it under 10, and now they're helped with a Little Wound foul. As Montana is held by Dalen LeBeau. That's his second. Team foul number 4. After 17 is the number that were called on Little Wound in the first half. Deal with a spin dribble to break away from a defender. 2:22 in the third. Right wing of Montana. 3 is off the rim. Bourne couldn't reach the rebound. It came to Deal in the lane. One-handed runner missing from 10 feet. And LeBeau with the rebound. And Little Wound has it back with their 10-point lead as the pass came to Tatanka, catches enemy in the lane. He's fouled by Cuborn, and that is his third. And the third team foul. No shots here. Mortensen out and Brendan Bothwell back in for Stanley County with 2:04 in the third. Little Wound once led by 15. The lead is 10 now at 49-39 for the Mustangs. Killsmall, who has 25 in this game. Wild shot toward the rim, missing. Dual possession on the rebound. Arrow points to Stanley County. Killsmall was falling as he tried that shot. Nathaniel Nelson back in to replace Cuborn for SC. By the way, a lot of money raised tonight for Stanley County teacher Sherry Bigley, of course, is suffering from cancer. Did 50-50 tonight. Donations. And people were very generous. Here's a drive by Brock Zabe to the rim, and Zabe has the layup. 11 for him, down to an 8-point lead, 49-41, but Tatanka catches enemy, makes it a 10-point Little Wound lead again with a layup at the other end. It's 51-41 Mustangs. Deal knocked away, but also fouled. Jeremiah Kilsenwater, and he's talking to the official again. But it was not he who committed the foul. It was Dalen LeBeau with his third. 1:29 in the third. 51-41 Little Wound. Montana. Lob it to Deal. Bounce to Caden Montana out front into the lane for Zabe. Double team. Kick it out. Straight away for Deal. Left wing to Bothwell. 1:18 in the third. Brendan. Kick it out for Deal again. Drop step drive. Right lane line. Rolled off. Goodness me. The rebound by Killsmall. He's had, I think, 6 shots like that have rolled off the rim. Here is a drive to the lane, and to catch his enemy, scores again. He has 9 and 7 in the third quarter, and it's Little Wound by 12 at 53-41. Montana for Zabe. Another night of frustration for the Buffs so far. Down low to Nelson. Along the right lane line, missed, and Zabe couldn't save the rebound, and it's out of bounds to Little Wound. And with 46 seconds to go in the third quarter, Stanley County, well, they got it to within 8, but now it's a 12-point lead, and Richards with a drive to the rim again, misses, catches enemy with an offensive board. What a third quarter he's having, and he draws a foul. The second on Nathaniel Nelson. Catches enemy to the line for 2. He's had 7 points in the third quarter, and he has 9 for the game. 36.6 left in the third. He has 2 shots. The first is short. Noah Baldwin back in for Nathaniel Nelson for Stanley County. Still 53-41 for Little Wound. Still time for SC if they can have some stops. Second one also missed. Zabe swooping in for the rebound. But it's stolen away by Little Wound. And here is Catch's enemy again. Tatanka Catch's enemy has another layup. And now, as it's inbounded, a foul is called here. And it's on Jeremiah Kilsenwater. And I'm telling you, if he does the slightest thing, he's going to get a foul call on him because of all the talking he's doing. He comes out after his 4th foul, team foul number 6. 26 seconds. Zabe came out, replaced by Blaze Frost. He brings it into the front court. Deal, drive to the rim, right side. Didn't fall. And a tipped rebound to Dylan Ferguson. Another shot at the rim. Missing for SC. Left corner. It is Killsmall into the lane. 12-footer missing. There's Catch's enemy again, but his shot is short. And it's rebounded out of bounds, and it went off Little Wound. Catch's enemy had an opportunity to score again. 9/10 of a second. Not much Stanley County can do here. Montana is back in the backcourt. And Little Wound takes a 14-point lead into the 4th quarter here at Parkview. At the end of 3 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, Little Wound 55, Stanley County 41. The Blizzard sale is coming a week from Saturday. The 4th quarter in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Dan O's Marine in Fort Pierre is now selling Vexus and Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoons. Dan O's is the only Vexus dealer in South Dakota. Come in and see our new selection of Vexus boats for your fun on the water. They still service Yamaha and Mercury motors. We can also supply your rigging needs from Minn Kota and Ghost trolling motors or Humminbird, Lowrance, and Garmin depth finders. We also carry tubes, skis, and ski ropes and can even order knee boards. Stop in today or give us a call at 605-224-6612.
Little Wound starts the 4th quarter with a 14-point lead, 55-41 over Stanley County as it comes into Tristan Killsmall. With 20 in the first half, he has 25 now. Little Wound has lost 7 out of 8, but they're ahead tonight, and Killsmall tried a 3. Missing. There is Tatanka. Catches enemy with another rebound, but the follow is missing. And Brock Zabe with a rebound for Stanley County, who needs buckets and stops. Montana had it knocked away to Nelson in the lane. He regains it down low to Zabe. Turns around on Killsmall. Drives. Missed again, short. Goodness me. Ferguson rebounds. Another night of frustration. Zabe does have 11, but he could have about 23. Jumper in the circle, rolled off the rim here by Catch's enemy, but an offensive board. And he drives to the rim again, but that one missed. Loose ball on the floor. Scramble. And trying to get it out there is Frost, but it's going to end up in a dual possession, but it is Stanley County with the arrow. It's 6:57 to play. 55-41. Little Wound on top. Let's pause briefly.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. 1060 KTFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on K276GT. 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Foul called on Little Wound after the ball was inbounded. So Here's Caden Montana. He's been to the line a lot tonight. 1-1 here, and he hit it. 55-42 Little Wound now with 6:52 to play. As Brendan Bothwell comes in for Paxton Deal. Deal playing with 4 fouls as he has for a while. 15 for Montana, who will shoot again. Stanley County's 21 of 28 at the line. They're both good. 55-43. The lead for Little Wound now at 12. 6:49 left. And as Killsmall handled it, he is fouled by Brendan Bothwell of Stanley County. That's his first. Team foul number 5 on the Buffs. Tristan Killsmall inbounds right in front of the bench. His own bench, that is. Ferguson for a jumper in the lane is Killsmall. He knocked it down from 17. He has 27. 57-43 Little Wound with 6:32 to play. Earl Richards has come back in. Caden Montana in the front court. Stanley County still with some time, but they're down 14. Wild shot by Bothwell. He'd lost the ball, and then he picked it back up and took a step, and that's a violation. Daniel Nelson out. They go smaller. With Frost back in. Zabe's the tallest player on the floor at 6'3" for the Buffs right now. Bothwell made a nice steal at midcourt. Drove, layup, good. Nice play by Bothwell. 57-45 for Little Wound. Just their second turnover of the second half. Right wing Tatanka catches enemy. Traveled, make it their third turnover of the half. And 3 for 3 here for Little Wound. As Dalen LeBeau, Jeremiah Kills in water, and Storm Shot with arrow are all back in the Mustang lineup. 5:59 left. Zabe down floor for Frost. 57-45 Little Wound with the lead. Stanley County with the ball. Zabe handing it back to Montana. And Richards, as he tried to make a steal from Montana, pushed him instead. That's his second. Team foul number 8 with 5:52 to play. Montana there again. Montana by himself is 14 of 16 at the line. He has 14 of his 16 points at the foul line. Another 1-1. 5:52 still left. Front end coming. Good. 57-46 for Little Wound. The free throws have kept Stanley County to this point, but Little Wound had a 23-2 run, bridging the end of the first half and the start of the second. They've led by as many as 15. The second one for Montana, good again. 57-47, Little Wound's lead back at 10. Hugh Bourne comes in to replace Blaze Frost. For Stanley County. Killsmall for a driving LeBeau and a layup as it's sped down the floor by Little Wound. LeBeau with 5. 59-47. They steal the pass down floor. Richards had a block by Zabe. And Montana picked up the loose ball on the rebound. Then he threw it away. LeBeau for Killsmall missed the layup, but Richards is there to follow. And a timeout with 5:18 left called by Little Wound. A 30-second Agtegra timeout. 5:18 left. Now it is 61-47. Little Wound leading Stanley County. Back in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
And I check for timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra Cooperative today. First time out, Little Wounds used. Up 61-47 over Stanley County, 5:18 left. Frost to Deal in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline with about 4 seconds to spare. And Deal knocked over a Little Wound player, LeBeau, for an offensive foul. Right? Has to be. They didn't put it on the board. Well, or are they just going to call a travel? Some of these signals I'm not sure about. A 3 is missing here. And down floor on the other end, Montana trying to drive, and he's fouled. Richards missed a 3. Bothwell had the rebound. It was Deal who made the drive and drew the foul, the first on Killsmall. With 4:59 left, it's Deal to the line where he rolls one in, and he's 3 for 3. 61-48 for Stanley County, with Brock Zabe back into the Buffalo lineup, replacing Blaze Frost. Stanley County is now 25 of 32 at the line, and they're down by 13 points. What a strange game. One more for Deal. He looks for his 9th point on the way. Missing. Zabe reaches in there for the offensive board. And then Montana drove and got fouled. Zabe's had some offensive rebounds tonight. 3rd foul here on Earl Richards. 10th team foul, but it's 2 shots anyway here for guess who? Caden Montana back at the line, 16 of 18. This will be his 19th of 20 of free throws for him alone in this game. The first. He's good. It's like free throw shooting at practice. 61-49, Little Wound by 12. There's still 4:54 to play. That was team foul number 10. So every common foul is 2 shots now. One more for Montana on the 35th free throw attempt of the game for Stanley County. This one rolled off. Storm shot with arrow with a rebound. For the Little Wound Mustangs, who drive inside with shot with arrow scores. 63-49 Little Wound, 4:35 remaining still. Bothwell left wing. Deal backs out for a 3 on the left side. Misses Q Bourne with a follow and put back good. 5 for Bourne. And then Zabe trying to steal a pass down floor, but he may have fouled instead. Yes, he did, and that's his 3rd. Team foul number 6, and the next common foul in Stanley County will put Little Wound into the bonus. Still 4:23 left. Lob into LeBeau. Now for a speeding Kilsenwater, but the shot misses. Zabe with another rebound. He's had a good rebounding game. He's to the baseline. He's called for an offensive foul, and that's his 4th. Good position there by Richards. 17th Stanley County turnover on that offensive foul. Kilsenwater out. And Kenyon Luta catches enemy, returns. 4:10 left. Little Wound leads 63-51 over Stanley County. Bounce into the front court, right corner LeBeau. Back out to Tristan Killsmall, who has 27 tonight. Screen set for him. Catches enemy, but Brendan Bothwell's able to make a steal. To the other end he goes, makes a man miss. Misses the shot at close range, and a dual possession on the rebound. And it's Little Wound with the arrow. Another shot inside, missing after a steal. All of these shots, and we've seen this before from Stanley County, missing at point-blank range. Against pressure, they bring it to catches enemy in the front court. Back out front to Killsmall with 3:39 left. Little Wound has lost 7 of 8. Now with a 12-point lead in this one. Killsmall backs up an 18-footer on the right side, rim the basket. And Montana has the rebound for Stanley County. For Zabe, he nearly lost it. He's able to hang on near his bench, and Head coach Max Foth wants his next to last Agtegra timeout. This is a full timeout, so we'll take a minute. 3:19 to play. Little Wound 63, Stanley County 51. Back in 1 minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Off the inbound, a bucket by Brock Zabe. Then Little Wound turns it over. A left wing three by Montana off the rim. Foul on the rebound. Push on. If that's Zabe, he's gone. If it's Zabe, it's his fifth foul. It is. Brock Zabe has fouled out with 2:58 left. Hands on hips. He's disappointed. But his night is over. He scored 13. But the Buffaloes, if they want to come back in this one, they'll have to do it without their leading scorer. He pushed. Kenyon Luton catches enemy, trying to be in position for a rebound. Weston Prince comes in for Zabe. Team foul number 8. It's a 1-and-1 here for catches enemy as Little Wound tries to improve a 63-53 lead with 2:58 to play in this one. Looks for his first point. He's missing. And Cuborn with the rebound. So where does the offense come now? You would think Montana. Bothwell had it blocked down low by Earl Richards. LeBeau with a rebound, then a right wing three is missing. Bothwell with the rebound. Drive by Montana. He does drive to the rim, and he is fouled. So more free throws for Caden Montana. Second foul here on Killsmall. Wonder what the record for this program is for individual free throws in one game. Montana is 17 of 20, and he has two more here with 2:37 left. The first is good. They've cut the lead under 10 at 63-54. Blaze Frost in for Stanley County. Tonka catches enemy back in for Little Wound. Montana is now with 20. Stanley County is 27 of 36 at the line. They've had 36 free throws, and they're down 9 points. How odd. Second for Montana. He hit it. That one, too. 21. Caden Montana has one field goal, and he has 21 points. Ball stolen by Montana. The Bothwell for a layup. This is a 6-point game now, folks. 63-57. Little with the steal again. Bothwell missed the layup. Montana follows. That's good. It's a 4-point game. It's 63-59. 2:17 left. Little Wound's just thrown it out of bounds. They've had 3 turnovers in the last 15 seconds. Stanley County was down 15. Now they're down 4 with 2:17 left at 63-59. In as crazy a game as I think is possible. The lob in the lane, the Bourne. Right corner deal. Right wing on the angle, Frost. Nearly foul and taken away by Earl Richards. But Deal stole it right back from him. Loose on the floor. Montana trying to grab it. Now he does. This is absolutely nuts. And Stanley County calls its last Agtegra timeout with 1:58 left. Frenetic doesn't fit the description of what this game has become. We'll keep it here. An Agtegra timeout. Acres ahead can maximize your earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra Cooperative today. Stanley County turned a couple of turnovers into buckets. And they are back within 4. It's 63-59. 23 for Caden Montana. That bucket a moment ago, just his second field goal, but he scored 19 points at the foul line in this game. And Little Wound was cruising. They're not anymore. But Brock Zabe has fouled out for Stanley County. It's into Montana. Down floor to Botham. A lot of minutes for Brendan. Drives toward the rim again, but good defense made him change his shot. And he missed, and then it's lost out of bounds, and Kenya Luton catches enemy. Is not happy. And Stanley County will inbound with 1:48 left on the offensive end, down only 4. Bothwell is on the left wing for Deal. Here comes a 3. It's off the rim, and it's rebounded by Richards. That would have made it a 1-point game. And the pass comes on the left wing right in front of the Little Wound bench to catch his enemy, and head coach Jay Jacobs wants an Agtegra timeout. He still has 3 more to use. Stanley County's used all theirs. It's a 30. We'll keep it here again with 1:36 to play. Little Wound 63, Stanley County 59. Bauman Lumber with our player of the game and our family dental with Pierre and Gettysburg postgame show. In a game that has all kinds of unusual things. Little Wound had 16 fouls in the first half and had a 5-point halftime lead. Stanley County has been at the line 37 times, made 28, and they're still trailing. A Little Wound player, Landon Braveheart, fouled out in the first quarter. And there's still 1:36 left. All sorts of more things could still happen. Tristan Kilsmall will inbound right in front of the Little Wound bench. It's into Richards to Tatanka, catches enemy in the lane. The shot missed, loose on the floor, out of bounds off Stanley County. Little Wound will inbound. 90 seconds left in regulation. Little Wound could use a bucket here. Their lead is down to 4. Out front to catch his enemy. Right wing for LeBeau. Right corner it's Richards. Now Little Wound to eat a little time, but a push foul is called away from the ball on Stanley County. If it's Deal, and I think it is, he is fouled out. Yes, it is. Paxton Deal becomes the second Buffalo to foul out. He leaves with 8. And Max Post said, just stay there a moment. I got to think about things. And he points to Weston Prince and said, you go in, and he will. He'll play with 4 for a while. He's a little frustrated as he goes to the bench. Kenya catches enemy with the last 1-and-1. He missed the front end a moment ago. He missed again. And Blaze Frost rebounds for Stanley County. Down 4. 1:15 left. Montana, left corner, Bachman. He wants a 3, but he missed everything. But Weston Prince runs down the offensive board, and then he's fouled by Richards. His 4th, and the 27th foul on Little Wound, and this is not what they need. They're still overplaying, but they stop the clock with 1:09 left. And Weston Prince has a chance to make this a 2-point game at the line. A big moment for this freshman. The first missed long. He'll have another. He can make it a 1-possession game still. The crowd into it on both sides. It's good. 63-60 Little Wound. 1:09 left. They once led by 15. Now it's 3. Pressure by Stanley County. Comes to Richards at the opposing foul line. Now lobbed into the front court on the left wing for Richards. 1 minute left in regulation. Little Wound with the ball and a 3-point lead. Stanley County doesn't have to foul here. Killsmall on the right wing. Just need 18 more seconds of good defense from their point of view. Richards into the circle for Catches Enemy. Back out. 12 on the shot clock. Loose ball. Catches Enemy able to catch it. Now Stanley County did need the foul there. As Catches Enemy probably would have had a layup had he not been fouled there by Q Bourne, but that's 4 on the freshman. And now Catches Enemy to the line, and that is the 10th team foul. Catches Enemy is only 1 out of 6 at the line. First of 2. This one rolls in. His 12th point, 64-60. Big one there for Little Wound. They have a 2-possession lead with 42.8 to play. Catches Enemy with another. This one's short, but the rebound is followed in by Tristan Killsmall to probably put this game at least closer to being put away for Little Wound, but there's still 39.2 left, and it's 66-60, and now Little Wound's just committed a foul. It's Catches Enemy with his second. This has got to be driving Jay Jacobs bananas, saying, guys, stop fouling. We have the lead. Weston Prince is back at the line for 2 more. He just split a pair a moment ago. These will be the 40th and 41st free throws for Stanley County. The first is good. 66-61 Little Wound, 39.2 left. SC needs this one too. Stanley County's 30 of 40 at the line. 1 more for Weston. Rolled in. 66-62 for Little Wound. 39.2 left. It's into LeBeau. Back for Killsmall. Stanley County has to foul now with 33.4 left, and Bothwell does his second. And Killsmall, who is having a huge night with 29. He had 20 in the first half. 2 shots here. Yeah, it's the double bonus for both teams. 33.4 left. Little Wound's only 6 of 15 at the line, but they're up 4. The first. Good. Nothing wrong with that one. And Killsmall hasn't missed at the line tonight. He's 4 for 4, his 30th point. 67-62, Little Wound, 33.4 to play. He'll have 1 more. He is good. 68-62, Little Wound. Stanley County, now they probably just about certainly have to put up a 3. Instead, it's Frost driving into the lane. Shot missed, followed by Montana. That's good. They'll take it. They're out of timeouts, though. 21 seconds left. 68-64 for Little Wound. Still in the back court. Bring it across the timeline to Catches Enemy, and he's fouled by Q Bourne. That fouls him out. He's the 3rd Buffalo to foul out of the game. This comes with 13 and a half seconds left, and pretty neat comeback by Stanley County, but I think time's going to run out on the Buffs. Bourne had 5 in the game, and Cash Richardson comes in for him. And Catches Enemy will have 2 at the line with 13 and a half seconds left, and the first is good, and that makes it a 5-point Little Wound lead at 69-64. Still a 2-possession game if he makes this, but time is not on Stanley County's side. 1 more for Tatanka. That's short. And the rebound grab by Richardson. They got to work fast, and it's stolen away. Kills Enemy. Backs it out. 7 seconds left now. Stanley County will not foul. And this game ends with the Little Wound Mustangs able to hang on. After they led by as many as 15, Stanley County got back to within 4 on a couple of occasions, but Little Wound hangs on, and the frustration for Stanley County continues. They lose their 8th straight in a most unusual first-ever basketball meeting between these programs. Little Wound surviving all the fouls, just their 2nd win in their last 9 and their 8th win of the year. The final score here at Parkview Auditorium. The Little Wound Mustangs 69, the Stanley County Buffaloes 64. Little Wound with the victory improves to 8-10. Stanley County now at 3-16. Coming up, our Family Dental up here in Gettysburg postgame. We'll look at the numbers. We'll also bring you our Bauman Lumber player of the game. Back with that in 1 minute. This is high school basketball on 1060 AM and 103.1 FM KGFX.
Time to get down to the nuts and bolts of what's going on at Grossenberg Implement this weekend. It's nuts and bolts. That's right, save 8% on bulk SAE and metric bolts, washers, and nuts this week only at any Grossenberg Implement location. Make sure that you have plenty of bolts, nuts, washers on hand, all at a great 8% discount. All SAE and metric bolts, washers, and nuts on sale this week at Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, or online at grossenberg.com.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Little Wound hangs on 69-64. They top Stanley County. The Mustangs had the 23-2 run, bridging the end of the first half and the start of the second half to take as much as a 15-point lead. Stanley County got within 4 in the fourth quarter in a game that saw a whole lot of unusual things, but a big game for Tristan Kilsmall to lead Little Wound. He had 31 points. Tatanka catches enemy. Big second half. He had 11 in the second half and 13 for the game. Earl Richards had 8. Jeremiah Kilsenwater with 6. Dalen LeBeau scored 5. Landon Braveheart with 3 before he fouled out in the first quarter. There's one of the unusual things. And Storm Shot with Arrow had 3. A double-double for Caden Montana, 25 points and 11 rebounds. Here's more unusual. Montana hit 19 of his 25 points at the foul line. Brock Zay, before he fouled out, had 13 points and 9 rebounds. Paxton Deal, before he fouled out, scored 8. 6 for Brendan Bothwell. Extended minutes for Bothwell tonight. Hugh Bourne, 5 points. He fouled out 2. Weston Prince had 3. Wyatt Mortensen with 2. Nathaniel Nelson had 2. Little Wound with 48% shooting for the game. 27 of 56. 6 of 15 on threes. Stanley County better in the fourth quarter. Got them up to 35% for the game on 16 of 46. But must have been 10 shots within 5 feet that didn't fall. We've seen that before from the Buffs this year. 1 of 8 on threes. Little Wound 9 of 19 at the foul line. Stanley County was 31 of 41. Normally you'd see a team take that many free throws in a game. You'd expect that they'd have an 8 or 10 point win. Instead, Stanley County lost by 5. Rebounding advantage to Stanley County, 42-33. 18 turnovers on SC, 17 on Little Wound. Stanley County leading at the end of 120-17, but Little Wound starting that run at a 37-32 lead at the half and 55-41 at the end of 3 before Stanley County had the fourth quarter comeback. That fell short. And Little Wound wins 69-64, and it's still been since the 24th of January since the Buffalo Boys have won. Their losing streak has reached 8, 3-16, with one more regular season game left for them in Presho against Lyman on Monday. Let's name our Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll do that after one more 30-second timeout here at Parkview on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Sure wish I could split the T-shirt in two for the game Caden Montana had tonight and all what he did at the foul line, but Tristan Kilsmall with 20 of his 31 in the first half, and just a very solid effort for Little Wound tonight. 5 rebounds for him, 2. He hit all 5 of his free throws. He hit a couple of threes. He had plenty of big shots. Tristan Killsmall of Little Wound is our Bauman Lumber player of the game. For the Buffalo girls, frustration for them too tonight as they end the regular season on a 4-game losing streak, and they were never in it against Little Wound, who won 54-25, led by the 18 of Sheena White. Morgan Hoffman did have 16 for the Buffaloes, but they were plagued by turnovers again. They had 22 tonight. They end the regular season at 6-14. It is looking like Dupree, who they lost to last week, will be their first-round opponent in 6A, and what we're given to understand is that will be in Mulbridge on Tuesday night. If Stanley County can win that game, then we'd have their second-round playoff game on Thursday evening here on KGFX. For the Buffalo boys, one more game remains in the regular season, as we've mentioned, and we'll have it for you here on KGFX on Monday night from Lyman Gardens in Presho, as the Buffs will take on the Lyman Raiders. We'll have it for you at around 7:25 on Monday evening. Another program note, remember that coverage of boys regional wrestling is tomorrow here on KGFX with Brian Oakland. Reports 3 times an hour, beginning the 10 o'clock hour tomorrow. Brian will be where the Pure Governors will be and the Chamberlain Cubs in the 3A regional tournament in Mission at Todd County High School, but he'll report on those teams and Stanley County and everybody else in central South Dakota. So listen for those reports tomorrow here on KGFX. High school basketball, 1060 103.1 KGFX, brought to you by Avera St. Mary's Hospital, First Dakota National Bank, Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Pierre Regional Airport, Access Health Fort Pierre, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Fertig Electric, Edgewood Healthcare, and Venture Communications. And in-game sponsors who help bring you high school basketball on KGFX include the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds you on your way home from the game, buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. Do it for your family and friends. You've got somewhere to be. Also by Ponsaba Agency State Farm Insurance, Montana Dakota Utilities, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre, Agtegra, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Thanks to everyone who helped make it happen. No doubt our last time to be here in our great little perch at Parkview this season. And once again, to these wonderful people here, led by Athletic Director Keely Braceland, among the best there are. They are such delightful people to work with and to know, and we thank them all. Thanks also to Brian Menning of Live Ticket for providing the video, and thanks also to our studio coordinator, Haley Hansen. I'm David Burrell. In what's been a frustrating regular season, more frustration for both Stanley County teams tonight. In girls play, Little Wound over Stanley County 54-25, and in boys action, Little Wound 69, Stanley County 64 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Classic Country coming up to take you through the evening and night. Don't forget those 3 times an hour boys regional wrestling reports start in the 10 o'clock hour tomorrow. 964 Little Wound's boys over Stanley County. Before that, the Little Wound girls winning 54-25. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and good night from the banks of the Bad River in Fort Pierre.